That repetition matters. Practicing a code multiple times is what determines performance. We also learned that little things matter a lot. Something as simple as cutting the shirt off the patient in a certain way makes a difference in our chest compression fraction, which is the time we interrupt compressions and lose perfusion. While compressions are uninterrupted and ongoing, the defibrillator pads and feedback puck are prepared. Puck deployment is coordinated, and the interruption in compressions must be no more than 1 second. Placing the puck perfectly is the goal. It should go close to where the Lucas's cup will eventually land. Even the placement of the defibrillator pads cannot interrupt good compressions. The designated pad deployment person must work around the compressor. Notice that multiple tasks are being accomplished simultaneously, but nothing beats good compressions. The designated airway person is placing the eye gel, but compressions are ongoing and uninterrupted. For the video, we cut away to focus on good technique for eye gel deployment. The patient is in the sniffing position, mouth is quickly scanned for displaced dentures or foreign body. The lubricated eye gel is placed, the rescue pod is placed, and ventilations are started. Again, notice everything is happening simultaneously. Roles are defined and the crew has practiced, so everything is smooth. Compressions have not been interrupted except for coordinated rotation of compressors. In the field trials, pre-assigning roles proved very important. Someone must be assigned to turn on the device and pull and release the latch triggers. Someone must be assigned to deploy the backplate. People must be assigned to sit the person up. Everything must be coordinated and communication must be good.
Three, lift them up. 1, 2, 3, stop compressions. Send back down.
Manual compressions resume on top of the backplate, while the Lucas deployment person prepares to lean in with the device. The patient's arms and other obstructions are cleared out of the way of the Lucas's latching arms. It is also important to note that multiple crews have reported that they have run into fewer issues when deploying the Lucas on the floor instead of on the cot or a bed. Also of note is the way the shirt was easily removed from the backplate. This is why we advocate for cutting the shirt across both directions. In multiple real-life codes, the patient's shirt had only been cut up the middle and it flopped outward over the backplate, significantly delaying the latching of the arms, thereby interrupting compressions. Manual compressions continue as the body of the Lucas is brought into place. The latch triggers were pulled and released ahead of time and the unit is on. Good communication is important, so the effort is coordinated. Notice how they counted down deployment, and as the Lucas person leans in, the compressor leans out, but also grabs the Lucas latch arm that is closest to him. The compressor can then guide this arm down and seat it on the backplate. At the same time, the Lucas deployment person is focusing only on the opposite side, the opposite Lucas arm that's closest to him, and seating it into the backplate. Because the triggers were pulled and released ahead of time, the proper latching of the arms to the backplate is confirmed with the click. It is critical that the CPR smart puck be perfectly centered under the Lucas's suction cup. Practice this deployment and the identification of landmarks to try to get it right with the initial placement.